people? Wow, that was a straight. Hello, my friends. How you doing today? I am doing well, and I'm here to open up. I got a couple of packages. Now, I want you to face a. Now I'm gonna rip off the label on the front of this thing. I want you to face a little gander on this, but I don't want to. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to mess myself up where I got my address and everything over here, and then I get some haters that want to send me bags of poop or whatever. I don't know what you guys are into, all kinds of freaky stuff. I'm just saying that because that's probably what I would do. I'd probably, if I didn't like you, I'd probably come by your house and throw a bag of poop at you, because that's just the kind of happy, kind of go lucky kind of guy I am. But geez, this is a pain in the neck. What am I doing? I'm gonna go like this. Wait a minute. There we go. There we go. Yeah, I should have just did this ahead of time because I wasn't thinking. All right, there we go. Yeah, I got two packages. I got this one, which makes sense. This one makes sense. This one, on the other hand, damn. That's what I say about that. What in the hell happened here? Mr. Mailman. Now listen, once again, you saw, if you watch my videos, you know I praise my mailman. I praise him. I praise him. I think the man is amazing, okay? But I have a substitute mailman that shows up. I want to say he shows up on like Mondays. My mailman, I think because now mail comes 7 days a week. So my mailman, hey, he needs a day off. He needs some days off. Hey, everybody needs a day off. So I respect you, my friend. But whoever your replacement is, he hates me. He hates my guts, and I don't know. Maybe this was too heavy for him. It's literally, this is a Blu-ray or a DVD. This thing don't weigh nothing, okay? I don't know why you felt like you need to sit on this thing, step on it, kick it, punch it. This looks like a punch. This looks like a, bah. That's what this looks like to me. This is like, damn the mail! This guy couldn't get a package. What was going on? That's what this looks like to me. He was mad at me. I didn't do nothing wrong to you, my friend. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you were the poor unfortunate soul that got this on the day. But this ain't right. This ain't right. This ain't right. This thing what you did to me. I don't know why you did this. Hopefully what's inside here is intact and not damaged. Should I open this first, everybody? I'm losing my voice. Should I open this first? People? No. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. Let's see what's in here. Let's see what's in here first. All right, so this one is from Spotlight Books. And I already had my razor knife handy. Remember we talked about this, that all the cool kids they name their razor knives. They go to their spice rack and they call it a name, because that's just the special thing you do when you're a special boy. But I call my my razor knife, hey, where's the razor knife? I need to open something up. That's what I call my razor knife. I call it, who moved my razor knife? I call my razor knife, okay? That's what it's called, razor knife. This is razor knife, okay? This is, where the hell are you, razor knife? That's what I call it. That's good. If I'm gonna name it, that's what's gonna be named, because my family be taking the razor knife. I don't know why. And we have a copy of, with a slipcover, Perks of Being a Wallflower. If you have watched my movies that trigger anxiety, here's the main movie. This is the main flick. And you're asking me why? Actually, during my video, I told you all I would not upgrade from DVD to Blu-ray for this movie, because I watched it the first time with my daughter, and I literally had to wait for her to leave, and I mentally had a breakdown. I started crying. I had to ask her, I'm like, can you go upstairs for a second, sweetie? Just go upstairs, go get yourself some cereal or something. Daddy needs a few minutes. And I stayed downstairs and I cried my eyes out, okay? Because I could relate, let me see, so much with this character, this guy right here. I could relate my high school years to this character, to love somebody and not have that love reciprocated, to have that feeling of emptiness. I always wanted to be a writer. I always wanted to write stories, and I always wanted to be a writer, write stories about my life and everything. And so movies like this are almost famous. They move me in a way, like I have a lot of regrets. I have a lot of things that I wish I would have did in my life, but I didn't do. And then the female character, the Emily Watson character, she's like the girl, that untouchable girl that you're never gonna get, and she's got stuff going on in her life too. Now, let me tell you something right now. I can only remember bits and pieces of this movie because I blacked them out. Now, when you go through traumatic parts of your life, you blink them out. You black them out. You forget about them. Your body and your mind tell you you don't want to remember this terrible, traumatic experience. So you black a lot of things out. You blink them out. They're erased from your mind. But then you see things and they trigger. They trigger memories, hurt memories, pains, anxiety, stress. They trigger things. So you're asking, why would you upgrade from DVD to Blu-ray a movie that you know is going to trigger you? Okay, this is the deal. Because life goes on and people change. And sometimes when you're at your absolute lowest, that might not be a good time to watch a movie like this. But maybe now that I'm feeling a little bit at my absolute highest, maybe I can appreciate the movie for what it is. Does that make sense to you people? Because sometimes when you're down on the ground, you're in the dirt, okay, and people come by and they're kicking you. I'm going to give you a mental picture. If you want to close your eyes while I'm giving you this mental picture, close your eyes, and I'm going to give you this mental picture. You're having a tough life. You're struggling. You might be a new dad. You might be a new mom. You're trying to make ends meet. You just quit that job that you loved because you have to go to another job where you're making more money, and you're struggling with that because you miss the people that you're with. You love the people that you're with. You had a good job. You had a good relationship with your bosses. You had a good relationship with the people that you're with, but you sacrificed something in your life for your family. You sacrificed something in your life to make things better. But then that sacrifice that you made doesn't turn out the way you think it's going to turn out. Things go wrong in your life. Things take a terrible turn, and now you're in like the gutter. You're down on your knees, and you're literally praying for something to change. You're looking for a change in your life. Please make it better. I don't want to go through this anymore. I'm tired of struggling with the bills. I'm tired of struggling. Me and my wife and my kids are fighting all the time because I'm upset and angry, and I'm resenting them for my choices. But once again, what did I just say there? These are my choices. I made the choice for the sacrifice. They didn't push me. My kids didn't push me. My wife didn't push me. Nobody pushed me. I made the choices in my life to sacrifice things in my life to make things better for them. It wasn't their fault. You can't blame a child for the things that are going wrong in your life. They did not ask to be here. You put them here. How can you take something out on a little child? How could you be mad at your children for the mistakes that you've made in your life? So when I watched this movie, I was in between jobs, and I had left a job, and I was working in a place for many, many years that I hated. I hated it. It was a sweatshop. It was literally 150 degrees in that place. I hate the heat. I'm not a heat person. I'm sorry. I love me the winters. I like the snow. I like to be able to turn the heat on to 70 degrees, have control over my heat and my coldness and all that stuff. I like to have control. This job had me out of control, okay? It was a sweatshop. We prepared chemicals, and we prepared material to make clothes for the military, to make the camouflage clothes. So everything that you see from Desert Storm or from like the military back in the day, I had my hands in it somewhere. I either helped with the dyeing of it. I either helped with the washing of the material. I drove a forklift for many years, and I transported the material back and forth. I had my hands in this stuff, and I hated my job. I hated it. I would get up every single morning. Well, actually, I'm exaggerating because I would work third shift, so not exaggerating, but I'm mistelling you information. I worked 11 o'clock at night till 7 o'clock in the morning. I had 4 kids. My wife worked during the day. My kids never went to preschool. They never went to daycare. I stayed home with my kids all day long until my wife got out of work at 7 o'clock at night. And I would care for my children. And not just caring for my children, but I taught them how to read and write before they left to go to school. Before they went to kindergarten, all of my children could read and write. They knew their alphabet. They knew their numbers. I was a teacher. I taught them these things, okay? And that was always my dream, is to be a teacher. I always wanted to be a teacher. I always wanted to teach little kids, 4-year-olds, 5-year-olds, to teach them how to do the alphabet, because I was raised on like Sesame Street and Mr. Rogers. Those were the people that inspired me to want to teach young kids. So I would teach my kids. But the problem was, is I was working 11 to 7. I come home in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning, and then the kids need to be cared for. They need to be fed. They need to be taken care of. Some needed bottles. We're talking babies here. So I had to do feedings. I had to give them the bottles of the Infamil with iron. I'll never forget it. I know the name of it. I can think of it was a yellow bin. I had to put the 2 scoops in, and the water and the temperature, and then eventually they had to move on to the oatmeal, and you had to add still the formula, but then you added a little bit of oatmeal in. You had to cut a little top in the nipple thing a little bit bigger so they can get the oatmeal out. Listen, I was Mr. Mom, okay? My daughter still refers to me to this day, my youngest daughter, as a Fammy. That's what she calls me, Fammy. Father Mommy. That's what she calls me. And I take that as a compliment, actually, because I did all the sewing, cooking, cleaning. My wife worked. She worked during the day. That's how we needed to both work to make the ends meet. We were paying a lot of money in rent. It was ridiculous. It was a struggle. But I was down, okay? I was down to the point where I was depressed every day. I was so hard on myself. I felt like a shell of a person. I felt like I was there, but I wasn't there. Anybody ever go through that? You ever feel like in your life that you are present in life, but you're not living life? Like you were not put on this planet to just be a shell, to just be like a statue, to just be something to look at, and people just kind of walk by you and ignore you and everything. And the problem I had was that the job I had, where I worked with a lot of real mean, angry, nasty people that all they cared about was money. It was all money, 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 money. They always wanted money. Okay, they were looking for 7 days a week for money. If you wanted to work overtime and you took their overtime, they were so mad at you. And they wouldn't even train you on the machines properly because they were so afraid that you were going to try to steal their job and steal their overtime. So when I had to be trained on a machine, they would train me, but they'd only train me half. And then the rest I'd have to figure out on my own because they didn't want to fully train me because they were afraid I was a young man. These guys were like in their 50s and 60s and whatever. I must have been in my 20s, early 20s. And they were afraid I was going to steal their job because I had energy, because I was moving around, because I could move a barrel from here to there, and I could move a roll of material from here to there. They were afraid I was going to steal their job. So they would only treat me halfway. They'd teach me half the job. And they hated me. They would attack me and call me names. And it was a terrible 14-year experience. And I reached rock bottom. I felt like I was on the ground and I was just being kicked over and over and over and over again. And every time I would start to get up a little bit, somebody just kick me again. I got another kick in the face, another kick in the ribs. It's like one of those movies that you watch where you're rooting for the star of the show. You're rooting for that main guy. And you're like, just get up. Get up and knock them down. But you can't. You can't get up because the more times you try to get up, the more people come at you and they just keep kicking you back down into that place. So when I went to go watch this movie, that's where I was at in my life. I was beat down, knocked down, kicked down, attacked, and just garbage. I felt like total garbage. I felt like I wasn't taking care of my kids properly because I was just a shell. They were talking to me, Daddy, so sweet, so little, 5 years old, 2 years old, 1 year old. Yeah, so sweet, Daddy, can I sit in your lap, Daddy? All these sad things. And I'm like, Dad's tired. And so I put the movie in and I'm watching it with my daughter. And this was like right before I left that job. And I was hurting. There was a lot of hurt going on with me. So I'm like, maybe it's time when things starting to look a little up. Things starting to look a little bit better in my life. Maybe I need to go relive this because personally, I loved the movie. I thought it was a great movie. I really thought Emma Watson did a great job in the movie. I thought this main guy over here, whoever this guy is, and even this guy over here, they were very, very charismatic. Excellent movie, excellent story. I don't know if this comes with I did buy it used because it's an old movie. It does have it has an ultraviolet. I'm not even gonna bother because guaranteed this ain't gonna work. But it's an ultraviolet, and I would give you the thing for it, but I don't even think ultraviolet's even a thing anymore. Movies in the cloud, ultraviolet. I mean, I'll go like this so you can look at it, but it's probably already used, or it's probably not even any good. I don't stream. You guys, I don't stream, but I'm happy to give you whatever I can give you for free. But I doubt that that's even worth anything. But if you haven't seen Perks of Being a Wallflower, I recommend you watch it. If you're at the lowest point in your life, you might want to stay away because you might end up in tears. So anyway, now brings us to our lovely mailman wanted to kill me thing, I guess, or whatever. Which, once again, respect to my regular mailman. The guy is amazing. Oh, man. All right, here we go. So we got some bubble thing here, and we have okay. And yeah, it's protected. It's good. It's safe. There's no harm, no foul. Okay, the mailman could be punching my packages all he wants, and he still saved it. So after doing my video on my wife driving me around and stuff, and how I felt like Miss Daisy, okay, and I did my Hogue impression. Now, Miss Daisy, how do you think it make me feel to be a grown man, have to ask you if I can go make water? If I have to go make, my bladder is full, Miss Daisy. I'm not a little child. If I got to go make water, I go make water.
Now, how you think I feel having to sit up here and ask you, can I go make water? Like I'm some child.
So after that, I realized that all I have is Driving Miss Daisy on DVD. And I'm ready to upgrade it. So I found this digipack of Driving Miss Daisy on digipack. Because I love me some Morgan Freeman. And I love me some Jessica Tandy. Jessica Tandy from, was she in Batteries Not Included? I'm pretty sure I'm right about that. But, I mean, she's passed away. And Morgan Freeman's still the man. He's still the man. I'm glad I could name him right away. I had a hard time naming him last time. But this is a Blu-ray digipack. So you open it up and you do get the... Well, I'm doing this backwards here. I probably usually don't do this. But you get the book with the pictures in it and everything like that. I'm going to have to put this in plastic right away. It does come with some special features. Here we go. All new featurette. Things are changing in the world of Hogue and Miss Daisy. A look at race relations in our country's past. So yeah, if you don't know what Driving Miss Daisy's about, this was during like the racist years, like when people were like full blown, you know, coloreds can't use the bathrooms and they're not equal, and this is you all know this is very much was a thing. Okay, this was very much a thing and a sad thing, a very very sad thing, and so they hire Hogue, which is played by Morgan Freeman, to have to give Miss Daisy a ride across country or whatever to some kind of thing or whatever. And as they're going on the trip, they befriend each other. She's kind of a racist herself, so she ends up befriending him and starts realizing that, you know what, he's a human being just like me. We got things in common together, and they become best friends by the time the trip is done. And I'm not going to give too much away. If you haven't seen Drive Miss Daisy, this thing is like a classic hit. It probably won, let's say, yeah, winner of 4 Academy Awards, including Best Picture. This is an award-winning movie. This is a great movie. And I'll tell you right now, if you have a 15-year-old, 16-year-old, 17-year-old kid or whatever, they're going to enjoy it too. I've been watching this movie for, I don't know what year this thing came out. It's probably not going to give me the year, because it never does. But I'll try to put up here the year that Drive Miss Daisy came out. Does it say it over here anywhere? Trying again? Nope. But I just always love this movie. It's got Dan Aykroyd in it too. And what's cool is the makeup on Dan Aykroyd. He starts off as a young guy, but as we go through the years, and Hogue and Jessica Tandy character, Miss Daisy, they get older. Of course, the Dan Aykroyd character starts to get older. And I'm pretty sure they won awards for the makeup and everything too. But I had to upgrade. After my whole big talk about Driving Miss Daisy and how my wife drives me around and kind of joking around about it and everything, I was like, man, I love that movie. Man, I missed that movie. I want to see that movie again. It's got to be one of Morgan Freeman's best movies. And with that said, my friends, thank you so much. Thank you once again for hanging in there with me. Please do me a favor. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. And I will see you later.